Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys, my name is Irfan Haider and you are watching my YouTube channel Irfan Haider Gilani. The topic which I select for today's video, that is tax history. We are talking about the tax history before independence in the subcontinent. What type of tax used to collect the tax from the public? So as you know about the title, and you have already seen the title and you have guessed the what type of history we will discuss today. So let's begin the topic. First of all, you must be aware the first law, income tax law, which prepared by the Pakistan government, that is Income Tax Ordinance 1979. So you must be aware about that. The first law which is prepared by the government of Pakistan, that is Income Tax Ordinance 1979. Okay, but before going to the topic, to start the history of the tax, you must be aware about the tax, that why should government collect the tax, what are the sources of collection of tax, what are the source of funds for the government, and why government collect tax from their public. So these are the main reasons. You must uh, some of them already aware, and some may be new. Why government collect tax? To meet the different expenditure of the government. As you know, government have different expenditure, and expenditure have two types: capital expenditure and income expenditure. I have already discussed these topics in my earlier video. The link given in the below description and icon button on the top of my video. You can watch this later. For second reason, for country's development, projects, defense requirement. As you know very well what type of requirements defense, general public services like school, hospitals, roads, constructions, etc. These are the general public services which is the obligation of the country's government to provide their public. Next one is external debt, interest. As you know, government take lots of loan from the IMF, from the World Bank, from the other countries. Then the country must pay the interest on this debt. This is the main expenditure, as you know already in the budget, that how much interest our government should government to pay uh, to meet this expense. Now we will discuss about the sources of the financial sources of the government income. We can not say this is the income, because income is another thing. You can source, you can say this is a fund only. Resources from another countries, okay, an international organization like World Bank, IMF, they grant you, they give you the loan. WHO, I just give you the overview. This is not a detail, because our main topic is the tax history, but we first know about the some how now or some background of the tax, loans, aids, and these are the expense income side of the government funds. What is the highest tax administrative and policy formulation authority of the Pakistan? Tax formulation policy is now current issue in the Pakistan, because interim government is going to taking the power of tax formulation policy from the FBR, and basically interim government wants to make another wing which collect different tax, and FBR collect the different tax. But tax formulation policy give to the finance division, who make the policy for the collection of the tax. So FBR, but for now FBR is the main highest authority in the Pakistan to tax collection, administration, policy making. FBR has the power. Unless the new legislation, Parliament and Senate approved another policy, but now FBR has the power. Federal Board of Revenue is the highest administrative authority of the federal government of for the purpose of tax collection in the country. Okay, I know very well. It controls the whole working of the tax machinery and matters regarding employees of the tax department in the country. Okay, the federal government appoints the member and chairman of the Federal Board of Revenue. As I already discussed in my previous video, introduction, FBR, powers and functions of FBR, that how many members in the board and how many chairmen in the board which comprises the Federal Board of Revenue. Okay, if you don't have an idea about the board and FBR, you can watch my this video. I will put the link in my description. What is the FBR field formation? FBR itself a board, a combination of few persons. Itself, they are not collecting the tax. Actually, the field formations are the offices who are responsible to collect or impose the tax to the taxpayers. So let's have a look about the field formation. The income tax and the sales tax administered by the board through Chief Commissioner of Inland Revenue. They are assisted by the Commissioner Inland Revenue, Additional Commissioner Inland Revenue, Deputy Commissioner Inland Revenue, Assistant Commissioner Inland Revenue, Officer of Inland Revenue, and Inspector Inland Revenue. These are the officers' rank which collect, administer the tax at their respective jurisdiction. As we know, the each chief commissioner has a different jurisdiction, so only chief commissioner collect the tax from its own jurisdiction. Okay, if you don't know about the concept of the jurisdiction, I have already discussed uh, who chief commissioner have what type of jurisdiction, like area wise, like taxpayer wise, like income wise. I have already discussed in my previous video. You can watch the playlist of interview inspector inland revenue, uh, then you can find this answer. The another wing is custom collector. Basically, now for the time being, FBR has a two wing. First one is the IRS, Inland Revenue Services, and the second one is the custom collector. Custom collector is responsible for collecting the tax board the country, ports from ports of the country. Okay, but FBR, but the second wing of FBR, that is Inland Revenue Services, is responsible for collecting the income tax as well as sales tax from their respective taxpayers. Responsibility for administering and custom excise duties as has been assigned by the board to the collector of the customs. Collector of the custom is same like as the commissioner of inland revenue and central excise. The assistant commissioner, the superintendent, assistant collector, these there are the separate administrative organization for land customs and sea customs. Okay, as already discussed, the sea customs port and the land custom are the airports. And what is the excise? Excise is the duty. If anyone produce something in the country, he must have to pay some amount of tax, that is known as the excise duty. What is amnesty scheme? Before going to the start of the topic, you must have these some type of the little bit concepts which relate to the directly tax. Okay, amnesty scheme is the scheme which launched by the government to collect the tax and to convert black money into the white money, you can say, because the people have foreign offshore companies, or in the country they have the resources which not declared in the income statements, in the returns. The government provide them the opportunity to give some amount of the tax, little bit, and declare these properties into your return, and you are free from any penalty, any additional tax, any any concealment. So this is the main reason behind the amnesty scheme, to cover the peoples who have black money. The government issues tax amnesty scheme. The last one is 2000 year, and is the next one is the 2019. Basically, you government has issued two amnesty schemes. What about the amnesty scheme 2019? That is the domestic and as well as foreign assets. Was introduced in June 2029. Sorry, 2029. Person having undeclared income, immovable property, etc., can within their assets by paying tax at the rate of 1.5% to the 6%, depending on the category of the assets. Amnesty Scheme 2019 have two different rates, 1.5% to 6%. No, two not basically I think three or four rates. 1.5, then next 2.5, 3, 4, then is the 6. Different types of category of assets have a different rate. If a property, then it will apply the different rate. If it is a movable property like vehicles, then it requires a different rate. And there is a bank account, it is also a different rate. So when you declared your amount once in amnesty scheme, or you avail the amnesty scheme and declare all your assets, then you will be free for any concealment, any additional tax, any audit. So this is the main reason of the amnesty scheme. You must be aware about the amnesty scheme 2019, which it will launch and how much tax it collection in this amnesty scheme. Uh, there's enough. Okay, whether government FBR Income Tax Ordinance 2001 allows the amnesty scheme. When you read the Income Tax Ordinance 2001, you cannot find any amnesty scheme in this ordinance, because Income Tax Ordinance has no amnesty scheme. Okay, it's a name amnesty scheme, so it may have any another law. Then what will be the law? The Asset Declaration Ordinance 2019, Government of Pakistan. Oh, then what? Asset Declaration Ordinance 2019. It's mean whenever government wants to launch amnesty scheme, they must have a new ordinance which approved by the Senate, Parliament, and the President. Because amnesty scheme Asset Declaration 2019 completely finished. It cannot avail by any person now. In 2019 only, a person can avail this amnesty scheme. Afterward, anyone cannot avail this. Let's say he say that government has asset declaration ordinance 2019. I want to avail this ordinance facilities till now 2023. You cannot allow to avail any facility of income tax amnesty asset declaration 2019. The next, why do we need to change the law? Whether from the start of the subcontinent separation till now, one income tax ordinance? No. There are lots of the ordinance, lots of the tax rules. Even there are some era in which there is no tax implemented by the government. In forward in next step of the video, we will see what era are that in which no government employs and no government imply any tax. Why do you can say by its own that why do you need, due to the change in political situation, technological situation, business situation, government needs to legislate, amend their uh, ordinance according to the situation. So that's the main reason. Society does not remain static, so the legal system and the law it produce needs to be relevant in order to be effective. Okay, law needs to respond to social, economic, technological, moral, and political change by evolving as those changes emerge. According to the change, government have to change their law policy. Okay, that's the main topic, overview, background of the tax. In the next video, we will inshallah discuss about the history of the tax. If I will start in this topic, it will take a lots of time, even a 1 hour. So you will be the bore, you will be getting bored by this video, and I don't want to bore you. So please, if you like this video, please press the button like and subscribe my channel for next video. Okay, bye.